Good morning, my friends, and welcome to Zelda Wind Waker. This is pure retro sailing vibes, and I'm really looking forward to it. I've been thinking about this game for a long time now, you know, ever since I've been sort of getting back more into a retro vibe of video gaming. So I've cracked out my old GameCube. We've got ourselves a copy of the limited edition version of Wind Waker, right? So that includes the bonus disc that has, if you see on the back there, it's got the Master Quest and Ocarina of Time on it as well. Master Quest was like a never released version of Ocarina of Time with harder dungeons, and kind of interested to give that a go at some point as well. So let me know if you fancy watching that. But today we're starting Wind Waker. And I'm really looking forward to this one. So I have played Wind Waker before, like 25 years ago, or something like that. Wait, when did it come out? No, probably closer to 20 years ago. I have played it before. I've never beaten it. I have no idea how far I got, right? I don't know. Let's say I got about halfway. But I've never played it in 20 years, and I'm really looking forward to giving it a go. We have Tadra42 in the chat. Forgot how much you love the music of this game. I play this soundtrack to my daughter at bath time, and she loves it. True story. Okay. We're not going to be able to fit that design feel in here, I don't think. So, what do you reckon we should go with? Should we just go with TDF? You gotta save the world, TDF! The title screen said 2002-2003. Very studious. Very astute. This is but one of the legends. Oh, such a good opening. It was a prosperous land, but one day a man of great evil found the golden power and took it for himself. With its strength at his command, he spread darkness across the kingdom. But then, when all hope had died and the hour of doom seemed at hand, a young boy clothed in green appeared as if from nowhere. Wielding the blade of evil's bane, he sealed the Dark One away and gave the land light. This boy, who travelled through time to save the land, was known as the Hero of Time. The boy's tale was passed down through generations until it became legend. But then, a day came when a fell wind began to blow across the kingdom. The great evil that all thought had been forever sealed away by the hero once again crept forth from the depths of the earth, eager to resume its dark designs. The people believed that the Hero of Time would again come to save them. But the hero did not appear. Real Dark Souls vibes. Faced by an onslaught of evil, the people could do nothing but appeal to the gods. In their last hour, as doom drew nigh, they left their future in the hands of fate. What became of that kingdom? None remain who know. The memory of the kingdom vanished, but its legend survived on the wind's breath. On a certain island, it became customary to garb boys in green when they came of age. Tadra, thanks very much for the lurk. Absolutely. I will see you soon. Have a great nap. The elders wished only for the youths to know courage like the hero of legend. Ah, the colour palette is just so... It just kind of hits you. Big brother! Big brother! Big brother! You don't need a telescope to see him from there. Maybe like a toilet roll. I knew you'd be here. Do you know what? That lobster t-shirt, that's very reminiscent to what he wears in Breath of the Wild, isn't it? Is that a... Was Breath of the Wild making reference to this game? It looks very similar. I knew you'd be here. Ha ha ha, this is my favourite spot to gaze out at the sea. When I play with the gulls, I call it Ariel's Lookout. So, do you remember what day it is today? You're still half asleep, aren't you? Did you forget? Big brother, it's your birthday! That's why Grandma has been waiting for you to come back to the house. She's been waiting for a while now. It's a good thing I came to find you. You should probably go home and see what Grandma wants, don't you think? Okay, right, so we've got L to recenter the camera. Right. C stick up goes into first person, that's fine, and we can do free camera, which we get rid of with L, that's good. Crouch on R. Oh, what? We can properly crawl! Okay. Right, and then you've got your classic Zelda attack, your rolling attack. One thing that I think Nintendo does better than any other publisher, right, is joyfulness. Joyfulness, you know? Like, everything about this island, from the colour scheme to the music, it's just so sort of full of joy, you know? So we're not going to go to Grandma's house straight away. I'm interested in hearing what's in all of these other houses. I mean, we'll probably have to go to all of them anyway. That is a classic bit of Zelda music there. Wait, we're now going towards the camera. Okay. It's going to be a little bit of... I got a red rupee. That's 20 rupees. What a pleasant surprise. There's 3D games from the early 2000s certainly had a way about them with regards to their camera work. So the camera is as much of an enemy in these games as any of the actual enemies. We must never forget that. Hello. Hoi, TDF. Hey, is it true that you just have a little courage and run as fast as you can, then you could jump to that rock over there? Huh? Is it? Is it? Tell me. Yes, lad. Look. Oh no. Oh no, we suck. Here, lad, let me demonstrate. Look at that immersion, though. Look, we're dripping water. That might not seem like much, but oh man, 2002, that was... Oh, that was the height of immersion there. Little animated water drops coming off your character model for a few seconds after you get out of the water. Hello. I just saw a wild pig. Oh, see, look, that black one there. Don't you see him? This is perfect. My wife was just telling me how she really wants a pet. You ready to go grab it, TDF? Now, you can't just run up on it. Pigs are too alert about their surroundings. You can't just jog up and capture one. If you want to get close to one, you have to hold R to crouch and crawl slowly behind it. Slowly. You could also distract it with bait, I guess. Okay. Oh man, stealth sections. Yeah, I got him! Whoops, sorry piggy. Remember, you can't frighten those oinkers. Hold R to crouch and use your analog stick to slowly crawl up behind them and then pounce. That's correct. You're a smart one. You, my friend, have just L-targeted me. You see, when you press L, you can target certain objects. I, for one, use it quite often to talk to folks who are far away from me. Hey, Nimaway's in the chat. Hey, good to see you. How are you doing today? Of course, even if there isn't anything around to target, you can press L to face forward, you know. Quite handy indeed. There are a myriad of other ways to use L targeting as well. Quite an ingenious little thing, if I do say so myself. Of course, that's not the only trick in my bag, not remotely. I can teach you a few more things if you just climb up that ladder over there and drop by my room. No, well, we're gonna go... that kid with the snot bubble. Hey, kid. Your grandma was calling for your TDF, and so was my mum. Let's go see our grandmother. You're checking out my chill vibes. Absolutely. Welcome. We're doing chill vibes. Grandma? Where are you, Grandma? The fact that they used the same theme for the indoor rooms as in Ocarina is really nice. This game came out at a weird period of time because Ocarina of Time was totally ubiquitous and everyone had played it and owned it, right? If you owned an N64, you probably owned Ocarina of Time. Then there was a sequel, Majora's Mask. Wasn't very popular, did not sell as well. So then, when the next Zelda game comes out on their next console, Wind Waker, they want to take it in a different direction, which they definitely did with the art style and so forth. But they need to rely on the fact that a lot of their audience won't have played Majora's Mask. Whereas with Majora's Mask, they could rely on the fact that basically everyone who's going to buy Majora's Mask has played Ocarina of Time, because everyone owned Ocarina of Time. I've been waiting for you, TDF. TDF. Try these on. Time certainly flies. I can't believe you're already old enough to wear these clothes. Da-da-da-da. You got the hero's clothes. They look like they might be a little warm for this weather. Don't look so disappointed, dear one. Just try them on. Today is a day to celebrate. It is the day that you become the same age as the young hero spoken of in all the legends. You only have to wear them for one day, so don't look so down. Be proud, child. In the olden days, this was the day boys were finally considered to be men. They were taught the ways of the sword to prepare them for battle with their enemies. But we don't live in such an age any longer. Our ways are the ways of peace. Nowadays, I suppose Orca is the only one on the island who still knows anything about sword play. Hanging the family shield on the wall as decoration is another tradition that's been carried down from those days. Wow, I can't wait for tragedy to strike this tiny peaceful village in about 10 minutes' time. I don't actually know if that's going to happen or not. Does all this make sense to you? Usually... Well, shoot, I say usually, but certainly in Ocarina of Time... Well, I suppose the Deku Tree dying is the precipitating event that causes Link to have to... That's his call to adventure. Well, no, he literally has a call to adventure because Navi turns up and wakes him up and tells him to go on an adventure. Isn't that nice, TDF? They suit you perfectly. A perfect fit. Well, tonight I'm going to invite the whole town over for your birthday party, so I'd better start getting ready, shouldn't I? Your grandma is going to make your favourite soup for you tonight. I just know you're looking forward to it. Now go get your sister, Isle. Okay, we have got the hero's garb. Yeah, I think we're going to enjoy this game. Sometimes it's always a mixed bag when you play old games from your childhood. Sometimes it's a bit of a mixed bag and you kind of are like, this hasn't actually held up that well. Well, we'll wait till we get to combat, because maybe we'll get to combat and just be like, no. So this chap says he's got lots to tell us about. Press L right there. Use A to talk to me. We've already spoken to you, old man. Just forget about it. Ho, 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 ho. So soon, my. If you're already old enough to be wearing those clothes, then it's going to be very important for you to gather as much wisdom as you can from now on. If you're going to make your way in the world, that is, TDF. Now, I've been studying a wealth of topics since long before you were born. I'm what you'd call a brain of all trades. You're a smart little fellow yourself, aren't you? I've been thinking it's time for me to pass down some of my wisdom, and maybe you're the one I should pass it down to. Everything that you have tacked to the walls here is something that I have researched thoroughly. Before you ask, yes, I do know my filing system is odd. Organizational issues aside, however, it's all extremely useful information. You would do well to read it all very carefully. Reading leads to learning, you know. Oh no! My pots! Such a racket! Can't you keep quiet? You've knocked everything off my shelves, you dratted hooligan! Oh, that's the swordmaster down below, isn't it? My younger and much less intelligent brother who lives downstairs. He hates studying. All day, every day. He just exercises and practices with his weapons. Does he exercise his brain? No! The brain's a muscle too! I think. I'm pretty sure the brain is not a muscle. Anyway, the only thing he does study is the art of fighting. Right now, for instance, he's been studying fencing and whatnot. As if that's of any use to anyone. He simply does not know how to do anything beside exercise. I ask you, what's a brother to do? Oh, so can we go out on the balcony? No. No, you can't. Right. What do we got? Lesson 1, the energy of life. Yeah, sure, fine. I think this is all just going to be really basic tutorial stuff. So, do not underestimate the sea. Fine, we have a swim timer. Okay, that's fine. The Great Map of Life. There is an area map in the lower left. Ah, they're teaching us that whilst we're indoors and we don't have access to the map. The more thing one tries to experience in life, the more experience-related belongings one tends to gather. Start pause to see the items you've obtained. Fine. I have a feeling that all of that's going to be really self-explanatory. So let's not worry about it too hard, because anything we need to do that we don't understand... Ah, there we go, there's the area map. Anything we don't understand, we can always just look up. Just look it up at the time. Give me a sword! TDF, is that you? If I recall correctly, today you are the same age as the legendary hero. When did you get so old? You must build strong muscles from now on. Strong muscles. You have come at the perfect moment. I was just trying my rolling attack. Allow me to teach it to you. Are you ready? Just run as fast as you can, then press A. This is how you perform a rolling attack. Try to roll into the wall. Go on, young one. You've knocked everything off my shelves, you hooligan. My brother upstairs is very high-strung. His is the way of knowledge. He locks himself in his room and studies all day. He is quite wise, but with that big head of his, he is hardly accommodating. On top of it all, he's so very feeble. At times I am ashamed to call him my brother. But enough of that, TDF. I sense a natural talent that beats in your veins, but you need more than talent to make it in the world today. You must also be bold. To that end, I shall teach you the art of swordplay. What say you? Do you wish to practice your skills with the sword? Absolutely. Very good. Your first lesson shall be the horizontal slice. Face me and press B. Do not fear for my safety. I am ready for you. Good. Keep coming until you hear me say very good. Very good. Next is the vertical slice. Hold L and then press B. Keep swinging. Do those all count as vertical slices? Very good. Next is the thrust. L target, then thrust and press B. Come at me. Very good. Keep thrusting. Oh no. We did it wrong. Oh dear, thrusting is actually a little bit tricky, isn't it? Good, that is enough. It is as I foresaw. One day you shall become a master of the sword, but it is still too soon to give you a sword to carry around with you. I'm afraid I cannot give you one yet. If I did give you one, I am certain your grandmother would be quite upset with me, and I do not need that. But if for any reason you feel you need more training, then come see me again. So, we're around about half an hour into the first episode here, so here's where I should do my plug to ask you to subscribe to the channel, right? Because if we've been hanging out for about half an hour and you're enjoying the vibe of this video, you know, if you're watching on YouTube in the future, or if you're enjoying the vibe of this stream, if you're watching this live, consider dropping me a follow, consider dropping me a subscribe. And that way you'll be able to see all of the episodes of this amazing game. And we're planning on having this for Well, the foreseeable future. We'll be uploading videos at the weekends for the foreseeable future on this game. No entry. The forest paths are closed until suspension bridge repairs are complete. And we clearly need a sword. Oh! Be bold! Be bold, Link. Okay. Should we go to that ship? Oh, there's another building up there that we can go to. Let's check out the ship first, shall we? The draw distance is great, isn't it? Look, you can literally see something. You can see these things off in the distance, which will become very important later when we're trying to navigate by boat, of course. Hey, Darkflow's in the chat. You'd love to stay for this bonus stream, but you're at work right now. But you can still stop by to say hi, have a nice stream. Of course. I mean, yeah, it's the middle of the day on a Wednesday, right? So, no, I'm streaming because I'm on vacation and I've got a little bit of spare time whilst my daughter's out. So, yeah, that's the vibe for today. But thank you very much for dropping by. Oh, a customer. Welcome to Beedle's Shopship. A deal in pretty much anything and everything. Do you have anything you don't need? If you do, show it to me. I'll pay top rupees for your junk. Or do you see anything you'd like to buy? Or just use right to browse. Now hang on, Beedle? Was he the shopkeeper? Was he the travelling merchant in Breath of the Wild as well? A Yohoi pear. You can't buy this anywhere else. Only here, I'm serious. Now's your chance. Bye, bye, bye. All-purpose bait. Good things happen to those who feed the stuff to animals. Do you have a bait bag? Oh, fine customer of mine. Oh, and there's a bait bag. 20 rupees. This holds bait. It's quite useful. And it's my very last one. You can't buy bait if you don't have a bag like this. Yeah, sure. Let's buy a bait bag. I'll buy it. You got the bait bag. You can keep plenty of bait in this convenient satchel. It has 8 pouches for storing bait.
Thank you!
You're the greatest. I'll never forget you. I'm going to make a members card just for you. When you buy lots of things and build up your points, something good will happen to you. Something very good indeed. My shop is kind to its customers. No other shop will do this sort of thing for you, I'll have you know. Now you have 1 point saved up. You should try to save up 30 points so you can earn silver membership. Oh no. Zelda was already into the reward card scam decades ago. 10 rupees for 3 servings of all-purpose bait. Go on. You got all-purpose bait. Animals will be drawn to this gourmet pet food the moment you put it down. It has 3 portions. Choose your bait bag and then set the bait.
Thank you!
Now you have 2 points saved up. You should try and save up 30 points.
Bye!
Bye! So if we go to the bait bag... Ah! Oh, right, okay. So it's got 8 slots, but the bait itself stacks. That's fine. I don't think we need that attached to anything. Ooh. Options, targeting mode hold, rumble feature on, sound stereo. Fine. As far as options go, that's pretty thin. Yep. I vaguely remember these post boxes. I don't really remember what they do. Good morning! It's a talking post box. Welcome to the Island Postal Service. What do you have for delivery? Well, kind of nothing. Big old donut. Let's go check out this house up the hill. Ooh. That is too far of a jump. Yep, over the fence like a rebel. So what are we supposed to do? Do we push up against the wall? Oh, sidle. Oh, okay, okay. I see, I see. And it's hold A as well. Every rupee counts. Where am I supposed to go from here? I really do not see how you're supposed to get to that at all. So how are we supposed to get to the... How are we supposed to get to the house at the top of that hill? Oh, I tell you what, the stick is the wrong way around. It's... Oh, that's so weird. Right. So down on the stick moves the camera out and up moves it forward. But left literally swings the camera to the left. So left moves your view to the right. That's going to take some getting used to. Or we'll just try and avoid using it. To be fair, you're never using free look whilst you're in combat, so I don't think it's going to be a big deal. So we've been into all the houses. Oh no, wait. Oh, yeah, no, right, I'm real dumb. The house is not up the cliff, the house is literally just up here. Well... At least the stick is inverted when you're in first person mode. But... Okay, there's nothing in here. So wait, how do we trigger the precipitating event that moves the plot along? We've been in all the buildings. Oh, TDF, you look as cute as a bug in that outfit. I suppose I should congratulate you on your birthday, shouldn't I? Well, to tell you the truth, I could congratulate myself too. We just finished building our little hutch and paddock today. Isn't it a delightful addition to the place? I was actually thinking of getting a pet and keeping it here. The boys would really like that. Boys sure love pets. I wonder what kind of animal we should get. What do kids like these days? Listen, dearie, if you see any good pets, be a lamb and just bring one here. If you do, I'll give you a little reward. We won't tell your grandma about it, will we? Yeah, I want a reward. Where's that pig that I was sneaking up on earlier? Yeah, got ya, pig! The black pig is clearly the best pig. How do I get in there? Hop! There we go. This is your hutch, is it? Okay, fine. So we'll just drop the pig down here. Why, did you bring that little piglet all the way here just for me? Oh, thank you so much. I've been thinking of getting a pet pig for a while now. The boys will be so happy when they get home, you sweetie. Hold out your hand. This is your reward. Don't spend it all in one place. Hey, 20 rupees? Wow. Why, this little darling is cute as a button. You know, it's so cute that I wouldn't mind having even more of them. Yep. Well, hey, sure. I can just go and steal random wildlife. Why not? Wah, 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 wah. You're mine, pig. Bonk. Another piglet. Oh, you're worried that this little guy would get lonely hanging out inside the fence all by himself. That's the sweetest thing I've ever heard. Thank you so much for bringing us yet another family member. Here's a little something for you. Ah, another 20 rupees. We're rich. Okay. If you find any other little piggies, you know where to bring them. Great. I mean, two birds with one stone, right? Dealing with the island's, you know, virulent pig crisis and, you know, making a lady happy at the same time. Oh, my TDF, congratulations. That outfit looks cute on you. Hey, your little sister Ariel was looking for you. Oh, we're supposed to have gotten Ariel, aren't we? Yeah. Did I tell you she was watching me not too long ago and she said she wanted to learn to carry jars on her head too so she could help your grandma do chores. Hey, if you see Ariel, tell her that all she needs to do is lift a jar on her head, stand in front of it and press A. Okay, yeah, that was me literally not paying attention to, like, not understanding the mission, right? We were supposed to go get Ariel. We were told that like 20 minutes ago or something. Don't worry, it's all good. All part of the experience, right? I can imagine the YouTube comment section now, like, this guy wandered around for 20 minutes doing absolutely nothing of consequence. Get to the game. Okay, Ariel. Ahoy, big brother! Did Grandma make that outfit for you? But wow, you look like you'd be way too hot in those clothes. I guess they're pretty neat though. So anyway, TDF, can you close your eyes and hold out your hand just for a second? I'm going to give you my most treasured belonging, but just for one day. Happy birthday! You got the telescope. This is your sister's most precious belonging. Treasure it dearly. So, well, do you like it? I'm letting you borrow this special gift just because you're my big brother. Aren't you lucky? Why don't you try it out right now? Try looking at our house from here. Why? It looks like there's tragedy afoot. Am I looking at the red post box? Oh. The postman looks kind of weird, doesn't he? TDF, the sky! Look up in the sky! What is this? Pirates! And a giant bird. Oh no! TDF, this is so terrible. That girl fell into the forest. She needs help. But it's too dangerous to go in there without something you can use to defend yourself with. What are you going to do if you go into the forest and that big bird attacks you? You need something to fight it off with. Alright, let's go. Oh, it's okay. We'll swim to shore. Give me a sword, Orca. One thing that was really nice about the GameCube controllers was that they had just a little... Like, the GameCube controllers, it was actually octagonal around the edges. So as you correct your direction, you get just a nice little bit of resistance off the controller as you move to that 45-degree direction. I wonder why that never took off as a thing. Maybe as games later chose to prioritise smooth movement, not sure. You have an urgent look about you. Has something happened? Whatever it is, from the look on your face, I suspect it is no laughing matter. What say you, TDF? Have you come for some serious instruction in the way of the sword? Well, not really. I've just come for a sword. A sword can do good or evil. It reflects the heart of those who uses it, but you cannot have one until you learn the basics. Right, okay. So we do need serious instruction then. Even though it's an emergency. That's fine. Bidoo-doo-doo-doo. Very good. Your first lesson shall be the horizontal slice. We've already done this lesson. Oh, it's because I pressed it too soon after changing direction. Vertical slice. Keep swinging. Very good. Next is the thrust. Keep thrusting. Next is the spin attack. Hold B briefly to build up strength. Ah, that's a little unfair. Very good. More. Keep it up. Next is harder. This is the parry attack. L target until you see A, then quickly press A to perform a defensive strike. Very good. And again, L target and watch closely for A. Well, I tell you what, if you were doing that without the rumble feature, that would be really hard, wouldn't it? Very good. Now finally the jump attack. Draw your sword, L target, and press A. Come at me once more. That was a fine display. And yet I sense a certain anxiousness in the sword you hold, an eagerness that goes far beyond the mere desire to be wielded on the fields of battle. I do not know what has happened, but I have faith in you. Somehow I doubt you will misuse that sword. You may have it, TDF. I give it freely. Take the blade with you. I just realised, is Link left-handed? You accepted the hero's sword. Wield it with B. Use it wisely and carefully. You don't want to let down the kind old man who has entrusted it to you. Since the olden days, this sword has been used to fend off evil. Its blade is infused with the desire to become strong and righteous. Be strong, TDF. Yeah, Link's left-handed. Is that always the case? Is he always left-handed? I've never noticed it before. Okay, can I get the shield then? Like, we technically don't need the shield, of course. TDF, what is that thing you have on your back? Why are you carrying a dangerous thing like that around? No time to explain, Grandma. No, I suspect we're not getting the shield just yet. That's okay. We don't need no shield. Okay, off on an adventure. Man, this kid. Oh, and the pirates just moored up in the bay. Watchtower. Forest of Fairies. Okay. Chop, chop. Okay, so that's the forest with the rope bridge out. Do we have anything on this side? It's weird, because it looks like this should be something, doesn't it? But yeah. If this was Breath of the Wild, this would be where a Korok seed would be. Well, we can jump that gap, no problem. Oh! Okay. How are we getting up there? Gotta be something in there, right? Yep. Oh. We got like a real enemy to go and fight. Take that! Well, that was alright. He didn't even seem armed, to be fair. Fairy Fountain Site. This spot marks the remains of an ancient fairy fountain. The legendary hero was said to come here after battles, so the fairies could ease his weariness. It is also said that whoever met with the great fairy who lived here was blessed with great fortune, so it came to be known as the Fountain of the Fortune Goddess. Yeah, we've got to come back. Lift. Yeah, right. Come back here later, clearly. Oh, wow. They're just like... What? What's the relationship between the goblin and the birds, then? Nice. Well, thank goodness you were there, Link. Wow, what's with that getup? Well, whatever. So where am I? Oh, that's right. That giant bird came and... Miss Tetra! Oh, thank goodness you're safe. When I saw you get dropped on this summit, I thought for sure... Summit? So that bird dropped me off on top of a mountain? Well, wasn't that nice of it? Well, don't just stand there. Let's go. Time to repay our debt to that bird in full. But, miss, what about this boy? Don't worry about him. Come on. Wow, Link, I mean, you know, if you hadn't been there, like, woof, what would have happened? Hi! Hoi, big brother! Hello! Yes, nothing's possibly going to go wrong here. Oh no, it's the giant bird! Brother! Stupid kid! Get a hold of yourself! She's gone! There's nothing you can do! Well, I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to go on an adventure to rescue her. What? You want to come with us on our ship? Do you understand what you're asking? We're pirates, you know, pirates. The terror of the seas. What do we get out of bringing some helpless little kid along with us? I'll tell you what we get, a headache. I know how you must feel with your sister having been kidnapped and all, but that doesn't really have anything to do with us now, does it? And how do you figure that? Whoa there, just who are you? Where do you get off butting in on someone else's conversation? Please, all I mean to say is that if you big bad pirates hadn't come to this quiet little island, that poor girl wouldn't have been snatched away by that bird. And just what do you mean by that? Just be quiet for a moment and I'll tell you. Now, as my work entails delivering letters, I spend much of my time travelling amongst the many different islands. As a result, I hear many things. Haven't any of you heard the word that young girls have been getting kidnapped lately from all regions of the Great Sea? No matter whether you've heard it or not, that seems to be the case. Young girls with long ears like yours have been getting kidnapped, never to be seen again. And unless my eyes fail me, the young girl who was just kidnapped from this island also had long ears, does she not? Much like you do, Miss Fearsome Pirate. My point is that the bird mistook that poor girl for you. That's why it grabbed her. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it was young TDF here who saved you from the monsters in the forest, wasn't it? Is this true? Oh, and while I'm at it, I may as well tell you that the bird that kidnapped both you and TDF's sister has made its foul nest in the north, in the heights of the Forsaken Fortress. The Forsaken Fortress? Isn't that the place where... So, what are you going to do? Under the circumstances, I don't think it would be unreasonable for you to give TDF a little help now, would it? I don't need you to tell me that. Even if I were to consider it, lately I've heard nothing but evil rumours about this Forsaken Fortress. You can't possibly mean to go there with nothing but that cheap little sword. That's not brave, it's stupid. I mean, come on. Even a simple little island like this must have something you could use as a shield. You know, something to protect yourself with. Anything. Tell you what, if you come back with something like that, we'll let you stow away on our ship. And one more thing. Once we leave, you won't be coming back here for a while, so you better say goodbye to your family while you have the chance. Don't want you getting all weepy-eyed and homesick on me. Alright, let's go grab that shield. TDF, I thought I heard Arl's voice cry from far away. Is it really true? What is it, TDF? Please tell Grandma what's troubling you. And where's Ariel? Is she still outside playing with the gulls? Oh, wow. You're just going to leave your grandmother in the dark about this. Oh, it's gone. TDF. Is this what you're looking for? Were you literally planning on stealing it from your own grandmother? You should think about your actions. Take it with you. You got the hero's shield. It's the legendary shield said to have been used by the hero himself. I guess it's true. Ariel really has been kidnapped, hasn't she? What kind of monster could take such a sweet young child? I love the way that he does his little pose, and then the camera pans round, and he's like there posing, and then he's like, yeah, let's continue the conversation. boom. Well, what say you now? Wow, that's a decrepit old shield. Are you sure you can still use that thing? Are you going to get splinters and cry? Well, whatever. If you're ready, then let's go. Are you ready? Yes. Bye everyone! Good luck TDF! Good luck finding Ariel! Wow, the whole village has come out to say goodbye. Yes, Link, you are filled with determination. Wow, the double-handed wave. How much longer is this going to go on, do you think? Do you have an estimate? Are you sure you shouldn't just quit right now? Seriously, think about it. I can tell you're just going to get more sentimental from here on out. There's still time, you know. Are you sure we shouldn't just turn around and take you back to your island? No, TDF, you are filled with determination. Listen, kid, you can't just stand around on deck. You'll get in everyone's way. I've told Nico to look after you, so you'd better report below decks and ask him what you should be doing. That Nico didn't make out half bad with you being the new swabby and all. New swabbies always get stuck doing the hardest work. It's a real raw deal, but hey. Tell you, it sounds like Nico's happy to be finally not on the bottom rung of the pirate ladder. You bet he is. But don't sweat it. I'm sure you'll do just fine as long as you don't disobey him. You, Nico? Stop right there. This is Miss Tetra's cabin. Most of us real pirates aren't even allowed in here. There's no way I'm letting an outsider in. So don't even think it. Oh, well now, ahoy there, Swabby. As of today, I'm your superior, Nico. Now, I promise I'll go easy on you, so you do as I say, okay? Right now, first off, you have to take the test all new pirates have to take. It's a bit of a doozy, so get ready. You watch everything I'm about to show you real careful like, so you can cram it in your no doubt mushy swabby brain. First off, you've got to press this switch. This is the only easy part. Just walk up to it and tilt your analog stick to step on it. Presto, switch pressed. Now check it out. After the platforms rise up from the floor, you got to jump on them. Okay, so I was able to jump to this first one myself, but that next one is too far, right? That's when you got to do this. If you jump right at the rope, you can grab onto it and use the analog to swing. So, do you think you get how to do it? You have to swing from platform to platform, try to get to the entrance to that room over there. Here's the problem though, Swabby, the platforms only stay raised for a little while, so if you don't get there by the time they drop, you have to start over. It will probably take you at least 1 year before you're good enough to make it all the way here. One rough year, one tough year, full of bumps and bruises. Of course, if you manage to do it faster, I'll reward you. Now give it a try, this ought to be good for a chuckle or two. Okay. Right, so that resets the timer. Fine. Here we go. Oh. Oh, right. Yeah, that's almost like 2. Ah, right. Right, we need to be a little bit more accurate on the timing there. Sorry, no, a little bit more accurate on the angle. But hopefully, the time isn't too tight. Oh, okay, that was a little bit close. Yep. What, you did it already? I'm proud to have you as my underling. I wonder if it's okay to just give that to him. I don't see why not. I doubt I'll get busted. Alright, Swabby, I tell you what. You can have the treasure in that chest over there. It's your reward from the great and generous Nico. Hurry and take it before someone comes. I almost fell off the platform. You got the spoils bag. You can keep the items you get from enemies in this handy pouch. You can hold up to 8 types of items. Alright. Hey TDF, we've reached the Forsaken Fortress. Hurry up and get up here. Wow, we're just straight on the Forsaken Fortress, are we? Hey, TDF, here I am up here. Climb, 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 climb. What were you doing with Nico? Don't tell me you were playing some stupid game for treasure, were you? Well, whatever. Here's something you need to see. Have a look over there. That's the cursed isle, known as the Forsaken Fortress. Wow. That doesn't look forsaken at all. That looks very much Saken. That looks like there are a lot of people living there. There are all sorts of strange rumours about this place. What I do know is that long ago it used to be the hideout of a no-good group of pirates we used to compete with. They were just small time. Now the place looks like it's pretty dangerous. Ah, I knew it. Look. Over there, by that window. Have you ever seen so many seagulls flock like that before? I bet you anything that's the place where they've got your sister locked up. But it looks like the whole place is under really tight guard. This won't work. We'd be spotted before we got anywhere near landing there. What do we do now? Ah. Tiny boat. Oh, barrel. Look, don't struggle. If you really want to get into a dangerous place like that, this is the only way to do it. Trust me. We pirates do this all the time. Don't worry about it. It'll be a piece of cake. Is everybody ready? Never you fear, kid. We're pros. We're going to launch you good. 3, 2, determined. Wow, straight in there. Oh no, we lost our sword. Alright, the Forsaken Fortress. Okay, let's do a little save there. We're back for some more retro Zelda action. I hope you guys had a nice break. Here's my life pro tip for you guys. If you want to take a break, right, and you need that break to be like no screen time break, right? How do you stop yourself looking on your phone? You want to take a 10-minute break. You're going to get off your phone for those 10 minutes. What are you going to do? Go water your plants, right? Go and you fill up a little watering can and you water your little plants and you make yourself a cup of tea. Boom, 10 minutes. That's how I do my breaks. Your sword landed all the way up there. Shoot! I'm sorry, I apologise. I guess my aim was off by a little bit. Haha, the look on your face, priceless. What? Who's talking to us? Oh wow, it's a little, it's a codec. I slipped the stone into your pocket just before we fired you over there. It's no ordinary stone either. I can see what you're doing through this stone and obviously you can hear me through it. So if you see A, you'd better press that button. I've put the stone on your quest status screen. Press start and use L or R to scroll round. It's pretty basic. Hey, but listen. Hey, but listen! Carefully. I need this back after you save your sister, so don't go losing it, you understand? Listen! Barrel time. Alright, where are we going? We're going up the stairs? Okay, it's pretty forgiving on the timing there. Oh man. So they're starting us off with a stealth section to just begin the game with. Where are we going? Right, we can't open the door whilst we're in here. Okay, we could get across to that. You got the compass! Now you can see where things are hidden in the dungeon! I have to say, my favourite part of this game so far is finding out that Link's little pose is actually, like, supposed to be canonically in the game. No! Okay, look. Get us off there. Do you know what? We also have... We have got Ramen Metal Gaming TV. Ayo, glad you finally caught a stream. I'm glad you finally caught a stream as well. Welcome, welcome. We are playing Wind Waker. This is episode 1, very early in the game. We haven't even got our little ship yet. But yeah, it's a real vibe. Retro Zelda. Really enjoying it. So far, totally holds up. Some of these older games, you really can't... Some of these older games, it's a... Right, it's next building over. Next building over. you know, the control scheme or the graphics or whatever, like, it just doesn't hold up, and you just can't really get into it. But, like, Wind Waker, so far, yeah. Holds up. Would give it a recommend. Worth a replay. What do we got up there? 3 ships. Okay. So we should be out around where we need to be. Where's our sword? Okay, so that's where we want... Oh! Hey! I've got it, TDF! In order to reach the top of the tower where your sister's being held, you'll have to find the room right below the tower. The path to the tower begins in the rear of that room. You got that? I don't think I did get that, but... Like, okay, this is the tower. Am I emulating it or straight PC play? Because I've been trying to find Zelda games for PC. So we have got the physical disc, and it is an Elgato capture card. So we are playing it on OG hardware. But if you want to know the details, I'll give you all the exact details on Discord. But as far as I'm aware, there isn't any way to purchase older games on PC directly. I think you can get Wind Waker on Switch. You can certainly get the older games on Switch. And you can get your Switch hooked up to your PC. So, do we need to fight that guy, do you reckon? Should we just fight him? We could fight him. Or we could take this barrel. Ooh. I tell you what, it's pretty bold of this game to start you off with a mandatory stealth section, you know? Like, it's pretty wild to be like, here's this game that you've been waiting years to come out. Sneak your way into this fortress as the first level. Like, compared to Ocarina of Time, which is like, bam, Deku Tree, go and fight a load of stuff. The opening of this game is definitely more of a slow burn. So, Ramen Metal Gaming, tell me about your Zelda experiences. Are you a retro Zelda fan? Which ones have you played? I'm assuming Ocarina of Time, because everyone's played Ocarina of Time. In terms of completing Zelda games, my list is woefully short. Oh no! Oh no, he totally saw us! Well, he totally saw us, but then he forgot that he saw us immediately. Wiggle, 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 wiggle! Get away! Nice. Lol. Okay, so the stealth is pretty forgiving, which is good. I genuinely... It feels so weird to say this, because when I was younger, when I was at the age where this game came out, I loved stealth games, right? Like Metal Gear Solid. Oh, I played Metal Gear Solid so much. But, Yeah, like I really loved Metal Gear Solid, really loved MGS2, really loved MGS3. Although, as Metal Gear went on and on, further on in the series, it became less and less a stealth game and just a straight action game. Like MGS4 has almost no stealth in it.
Yep.
Whoa! Oh no. Yeah, we need to get back up here. Is there even going to be enough time to be able to get across that? Okay, we're going to go. Oh no, right, okay. So, staying still, that's not going to do anything. Oh no, we're in prison? Those searchlights are a real pain, huh? You're going to have to deal with them somehow, I'm afraid. There's got to be a way to get up to where those searchlights are. Look around and see what you can find, okay? Are you planning on spending the rest of your life in there? Look around. I'd be surprised if a rundown cell like that didn't have a hole or two that you could use to worm your way out. Yeah, alright, calm it down. I haven't even started thinking about my escape plan yet. You played that one, the gold version on N64, and another Zelda game on GameCube or NES at a friend's house. Fair, fair. Do you move these? Huh. How are we supposed to get out of here? That's not obvious at all. Like, okay, we could put a barrel on. Like, obviously we can't just open the door. Yeah, okay, cool. Give me the rupee. Yeah, so I mean, in terms of played, let me think. I mean, wow, actually, I've played a decent number of them. I played the original Legend of Zelda. Never played Zelda 2. I've played... let me think. So, never played Zelda 2. I've played Link's Awakening. And I've played Ocarina of Time. Ocarina of Time I've beaten. I've never beaten any of the previous ones. Majora's Mask, I played like half an hour of it. And then Wind Waker. I guess I've maybe played half of this before, but like, I don't know. And it was also 20 years ago. Green areas ones you visited, flashing areas your current location. Well, that's really handy to get to. Oh no! Ah, well that's inconvenient. Can we open this? No. Alright, give me a barrel. Oh no, it's not the kind of barrel that we can hide ourselves in. Ah, here we go. That'll be a sneaky barrel. Yeah, and then I basically haven't played any of them until Breath of the Wild. I've beaten Breath of the Wild, and then played a tiny amount of Tears of the Kingdom, like maybe a couple of hours of it. But Tears of the Kingdom I really struggled to get into. I don't know, for some reason I just didn't. Oh, no, okay. That's too close, too close. Hang on a second. Sorry, I thought that was a knock at the door. That wasn't a knock at the door at all. Okay. Well, the moral of that story is... don't fall on the don't fall on the jump. You have to make that jump. Now, one of the things that is pretty cool on the version of Wind Waker that we've got here is that we also have Master Quest on the bonus disc, and Master Quest is like Ocarina of Time but with the harder dungeons, which I think is pretty cool. Now, if I go out this way, is this where the searchlights are? Hey, listen up, TDF. There's a monster running the searchlight up there. If you can slay the monster, then just maybe it will shut the searchlight down. But you're unarmed, aren't you? All you have is a shield. If I were you, I would try and use my shield to deflect the monster's blows and see if I can make it drop its weapon. If you did that, you could pick up its weapon with A. But that's just me. What'll you do? Wow. I had really not remembered how much of this game laid a lot of the groundwork, actually, for Breath of the Wild, right? Like, what, disarming enemies so that you can pick up their weapons? What is this? So, how do we... Ah, there we go. Perfect. Mwahahaha! Take this! I'm gonna beat you with a stick! It's definitely not as good as using a sword. But there we go. He's out for the count. And those searchlights are now off. Is that the searchlight that was looking at the wall that I was trying to scale? Because where was it that I was trying to get to? Yes! This is that searchlight. Because do you see the two hearts in the distance over there? That's the wall I couldn't get past previously. So we only need to get rid of this searchlight. All the others, yeah, we can get up there now. Fine. Ah, we have to drop our stuff. You have played Gun the Game. Predating Red Dead Redemption series. You have Prince of Persia. You've moved on from that series. You play Assassin's Creed and you have a Disney's game for Sega. Then a Batman game, South Park games, Pokemon Snap, Colosseum, Nitro games, and more than GoldenEye and more 007 games. Also played some Beavis and Butthead games, more like GTA games and Getaway series. That's only list one, mind you. Haha. Wow, fair. So a lot of kind of open world games in there. Red Dead, Assassin's Creed, and so forth. I will confess, I used to play more open world games than I do now. The last open world game I tried was Shadow of Mordor, and but nowadays I kind of find them. If I were to describe my emotions when playing them, I would describe them as they kind of make me a little bit anxious, right? They kind of make me feel a little bit overwhelmed. Because you play these games and there's like dozens of waypoints on your maps and people hassling you to take that, you know, like Far Cry games, right? There was always the bit of a meme about how like the games were always, you have to take that outpost, you have to take this outpost and so on. And I always found them quite... Well, certainly nowadays, I find them quite overwhelming. And I'd much rather play a game that was not open world, that was more like a tighter narrative experience. You know what I mean? Like a kind of an unapologetically... Right, okay, so we need to go into this, and we're going to go into that room here. Fine. This way, yeah? Because linearity... I've kind of come around to the idea that linearity in games is kind of a good thing in a lot of the time. Right, get my sneaky barrel. Okay, so you cannot fight these guys. You have to sneak past them. Souffle is in the chat. Good morning, Souffle. Good morning, good morning. Okay, right, we're gonna have a quick wander. Wander. Keep that angle as wide as possible. Oh, no, let's put the barrel behind me so that I don't have to wander past it. How are you doing, Souffle? I hope you're having a great Easter vacation. You're impressed you've made an early stream, mostly because I've had to wake up early for a house viewing. Oh, amazing. Good luck with the house viewing. Oh, excellent. So have you already done the house viewing, or are you going to the house viewing? I tell you what, right, like house hunting's one of those things that's incredibly contextual in terms of how nice it is. Like when you're just sort of like going round window shopping, it's like super nice, I think. Okay, let's use that free camera. Oh no, it's pushing us up against the wall. I think what... Yeah, okay, he's going this way. Right. We're walking away. Yeah, like when you're window shopping, it's great. When you're house viewing, because you have to move out of somewhere, it's incredibly stressful and horrible. And of course, I hope that your experience is more of the former rather than the latter. Or at least it's nice to be able to go around the houses and see the potential. It has potential! Some landlord is coming to view the house you live in currently. Oh no! Oh, so you're not even getting to go and view a house. It's your landlord is bringing other people into your house. That's the worst kind of house viewing. No one likes that. Oh dear. So is your landlord looking to get new tenants in your house, or is your landlord actually selling the house? Thankfully, yeah, it's all over the place at the moment, isn't it? Like the state of renting at the moment in the UK is, it's no fun at all. Okay, there's our sword. Those are some spikes that are going to come up. It's boss fight time. Mini boss time. Okay, quick! Get it! You got the hero's sword you dropped. Now you're in business. Take care not to drop it again. Take that, goblin! Lovely. Happens a lot as a student, but the current landlords have decided to sell the house. I think it's due to the building collapsing earlier this year. Yeah, you told me about that. You think they're panic selling before the property value gets even lower? Yeah. Do you know why the building down your street did... Is it subsidence? Or was it something structural? If it's subsidence, man, yeah, that could be a real pain. Because who knows how much that's going to affect, right? Ramen Metal Gaming, you've played both God of War games. Also played Cyberpunk 2077, which is fun but still buggy. Also played Beyond Two Souls, Heavy Rain and Detroit. Also played Death Stranding and Marvel's Avengers and Spider-Man Miles Morales and others. I have played Heavy Rain, enjoyed it. Have not played any of the other games by that creator. Oh no! We'll fight him back, Link! We're not a high enough level for that enemy. Oh no. Ganondorf? Who would have suspected he would be the villain? Cyberpunk 2077. Yeah, I was kind of hyped for that game. I don't own it. Never actually bought it. But yeah, still a bit buggy, you say. That's a shame. We're gonna meet our boat friend. TDF. Wake up, TDF. Pull yourself together, TDF. What? Who was talking? Well, have you come to your senses yet? Oh no, cursed boat! You are surprisingly dull-witted. Natural reaction. Did I startle you? I suppose that's only natural. As wide as the world is, I am the only boat upon it who can speak the words of men. I am the King of Red Lions. Do not fear, I am not your enemy. TDF, I have been watching you since you went to the Forsaken Fortress to rescue your sister. I understand how your desire to protect your sister could give you the courage to fearlessly stand up to anything, but such a bold attempt was foolhardy. I suppose you saw him, the shadow that commands that monstrous bird. His name is... Ganon. Oh, so we're just going with Ganon, okay. He who obtained the power of the... I thought Ganon was a giant pig. Attempted to cover the land in darkness and was ultimately sealed away by the very power he hoped to command. He is the very same Ganon, the Emperor of the Dark Realm the ancient legends speak of. I do not know why the seal of the gods has failed, but now that Ganon has returned, the world is once again being threatened by his evil magic. Tell me, TDF, do you still wish to save your sister from him? Yes, and will you do anything to save her? I see. In that case, I shall guide you as we go forward, advising you on what you should do and where you must go. Ganon cannot be defeated by human hands, let alone by what little strength you possess. The key to defeating Ganon is locked away in a great power that you can wield only after much toil and hardship. Do you understand? Slower nod that time. In that case, we depart to the great sea. Ah, but I am getting ahead of myself. This is actually a bit embarrassing for me to admit, but although I am indeed a boat that possesses the power of speech, I possess no sail. And a boat with no sail can sail no seas. I have brought you far to the east of the dark gaze of the Forsaken Fortress. On this island is a town of merchants who deal in a wide variety of goods. If you search hard enough, surely you can find one who will sell you a sail. I am sorry to ask this of you, but without a sail, I will be useless to you. Instructions clear. This island of merchants is home to many valuable goods. While the sail must come first, do not feel limited to buying only it. Once you have it, feel free to stock up on anything else you think you may need. But remember, there is no time to play. Come back here immediately as soon as your errands are done. Joke's on you, Magic Boat. We're going side questing. Alright. So, this is the first part of, like, the real part of the game. Windfall Island. Oh man, that guy has got like a proper millionaire's walk going on, doesn't he? Souffle says, they said something about rafters shunting. Claims it's structural, but I don't believe it. It's most likely subsidence, meaning the entire street would need to be underpinned due to the fact it's townhouses and all the attics are connected. Oh, what a nightmare. They have fixed everything but the graphical glitches as far as Cyberpunk goes. I mean, having said that, Cyberpunk, again, as a sort of open world game, it's not really my kind of vibe nowadays anyway, to be fair. Okay. What is this? You're a bomb seller. This is the bomb shop. Hey, do you know what? I respect that. It's a business with a very clear raison d'etre. It does one thing, and it sells one thing very well. Not every shop needs to be Walmart, right? So, I'm feeling pretty good. Why? Because I recently got myself a pet pig. 3, in fact. I got a black splotched pig too. How often do you see one of those? Not often, chum. But led 'em ashore to graze over yonder. But the thing is, I can't stop worrying about the little guys. Tis a peaceful place, this here island. The people here would never even dream of leaving their little paradise and setting sail on a voyage at sea. Know what I mean? Why, this town is full of faces that don't even show the slightest interest in the sails of a ship. Are we sailors the only ones? Has no one else set out to the great sea? Let's check out what this guy has to say. He's got a pirate look about him. You say you want to sail for a boat? Tell me you're kidding with me. Listen up, laddie. Try using your head a little more. What makes you think a bloke like me, a guy that makes his living off the sea, would give away the very sailing gear he needs to survive? Look elsewhere, laddie. I mean, he's kind of got us there. That's sort of bulletproof logic. How about you, old man? Oh, if you please, young boy there, please help me. Please listen to my tale of woe. Is it going to be a long tale of woe? Oh, my sweet daughter, my only daughter, poor Maggie. She was captured by a bunch of villains and taken to the Forsaken Fortress. What on earth could those scoundrels want with her? Are they just roaming around looking for young maidens? Are they just evil creatures who delight in mischief? Well, crud. Hey, language there, Grandpa. Having kidnapped daughter doesn't get you a single rupee, you know. Please save my poor daughter, I beg of you. Here I stand begging. I hope you'll give those scoundrels in the Forsaken Fortress a good scare. They'll pay for what they've done. Yes, pay. With their rupees. I feel like we might have to make a little bit of money, maybe. Well, I don't know. We've got a little bit of money. 79 rupees. That's okay. Potions, hey? You are standing on the one and only Chew Jelly Juice Shop. You must have heard our potions are the best. I'm telling you, they're too good. In fact, they're absolutely incredible. What's Chew Jelly, you ask, looking somewhat bewildered? Oh, sir, you simply must be joking. You don't know what Chew Jelly is? Just ask yourself this, good sir. What is a robustly nourishing element? What is a mystical substance that is good for the body and mind? Ask yourself. The words Chew Jelly roar out in answer to these questions. He's getting more London as we go through this. Proclaiming themselves to be true. Why, it's the key ingredient in the most effective potions around. All you have to do is bring an empty bottle to my little juice shop here and we'll let you have a taste, which begs the question, sir, do you have an empty bottle? I guess you're not selling that bottle.
Yeah.
Hello, hello. This is the Chew Jelly shop. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, presumably we get to keep the bottle afterwards. Don't tell me you don't have an empty bottle. I can't sell you any potion if you don't have anything to carry it in. Not my law. It's the law of physics. Oh, so you don't sell me the bottle as well then? That's a shame. Ah. So, that was Potion Shop. Oh wow, this person looks thoroughly unhappy. You're looking for a sale. I have no idea where you'd find one. Do I look like a sailor to you? Look, I'm feeling down right now, so shove off, will you? Drop anchor elsewhere. That's weird, because that's certainly a turn of phrase that you'd expect a sailor to use, right? Ooh, fancy. Fancy room. Oh, those look like fancy pots, don't they? I don't think we should break the fancy pots. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. Okay, so we've got a path up here. We'll keep to the right at the moment, because this seems to be where the shops are. How about you? My story is a strange one. I came across cursed seas from a land far away. A land where the blizzards blow violently, heading for this town called Windfall. But dear me, as I travelled, a terrible storm descended and tore my ship to bits. Yet mysteriously, only that escaped without so much as a mark on it. From the looks of you, I would say you are a traveller as well. Oh yes, indeed. Could you not purchase that from me? It is my one and only heirloom from home. The people of this town do not seem the least bit interested in that, despite the fact that it would help them travel the dangerous seas about their town. Please, I beg of you, I wish to open a business here in the town and I am in desperate need of finances. How does 80 rupees sound? I'll buy it. Thank you very much indeed. I have received precisely 80 rupees for it. I can use these funds to finance my new business. Oh dear me, what a happy day. Very well, young master, as I promised, please take that. It's a boat sail. Yes, you have made a good purchase today, my young master, and you have saved my life and business as well. Treasure it dearly. It is the finest sail in the world. Treat it as such. Well, we've already got what we came for. Everything else is just pottering about, checking out this town. We're going to be, I do remember enough about this game to remember that we are going to be coming back and forward to this town quite a bit, you know. Lately, I've been hearing that monsters from the Forsaken Fortress have been going around kidnapping girls with long ears. I can believe it. After all, 2 girls from Windfall have already been kidnapped. Poor Maggie and Mila. Just breaks my heart thinking about those two. Both of their fathers are desperate to find anyone who can rescue their poor little girls. What kind of world has this become? So much fear and suffering. Well, this is not a shop because you don't have your items for sale. Welcome. Oh my, you're a very small customer, aren't you? Well, that's fine, of course. You just feel free to look around. Okay. People from all over the world seem to gather here on Windfall Island, all hoping to become successful merchants. Suppose you could say that this is the island where people and money come together. But you know what? Money is important, sure. But don't you think people need to open their hearts a little more than their wallets? I've been kicking around this crazy world for a long time, and I've learned to stop and sniff the flowers along the way. Hey there, boy. Did you happen to see the postbox down near the docks? Just so you know, if you want to send someone a letter, just set it to Y, Z, or X. That is a weird order to put those buttons, isn't it? I've just noticed that. Why not X, Y, or Z? Y, Z, or X. And use that button to put it in the postbox. It's just that easy. Before long, the Rito postman will come to deliver it to whomever said it to you. He's a hard-working fellow, I tell you. And I realise the reason is that the order of the buttons from left to right on the controller go Y, Z, X. But still. I would have to say I've never seen your face before, have I? Intriguing, beguiling. I know you are just a small child, but I've found one can rarely trust strangers. Where did you come from? I'm sorry, but the years have made me weary. Once long ago, I rented a room out to a traveller for a single night. The next dawn, my precious picto-box was stolen. Tell me, young sir, why are good deeds so often repaid with cruelty? It spread kindness where I can, and still my box does not come back to me. It is a sad thing. You may look like a child, but you can see why I cannot be assured of your youth. Be a good boy and be gone. Shoo! Shoo! Okay. Picto-box recovery required. Okay, so we have this building, which is right in the middle of town. So the town is kind of like a spiral that goes upwards. What have we got here? Oh, it's a game. It's 10 rupees per game for kids. You want to play? 10 rupees per game. You don't have the rupees, lad. You don't have the rupees. So these side quests, certainly at least in the Ocarina of Time, would always be how you got your pieces of heart and such like. So we're definitely going to be spending a decent amount of time side questing in this playthrough. It's a wind-powered Ferris wheel. It's used to harness the wind's power to spin in quite a nifty manner, but we rarely get a favourable wind around here anymore, so it doesn't budge. Pretty sure it's not broken or anything. If the wind blew in the right direction again, you just have to hit the power switch to get it moving. Looks like a westerly wind is blowing now. Yeah. No good, mate. No good. Need to get it moving. Now, what is this? Oh, it's literally a school. Welcome to Miss Marie's School of Joy. I don't think I've ever seen your face around here before, my young scholar. Are you a new pupil? What can I do for you on this fine day? Do we need to talk? I know I may look a bit flashy for a teacher, but I assure you I am one. How long has it been since I opened my school here on Windfall Island? 20 years? Ever since then, I've been teaching the children of this island about true joy. But I do have a rather joyless problem. There is a delinquent gang of 4 young boys who never listen to a word I say. Even though I wait patiently for those boys to show up, they never come. It's as if they don't want joy in their hearts. Could you please catch their leader, that little boy named Ivan, and talk some sense into him for me? Please, young man. For me? Absolutely. Thank you so much. You're such a dear. They're such troublesome little boys. I'm at my wit's end on how to handle them. But they won't be so mean to a boy their own age, will they? I should think not. Good luck, young man. Okay, just a couple more buildings to check out. So this is the shortcut that we were looking at earlier. Yep, so we've been that path. We've got a ladder to take us up there, and we have this building here. Fancy door. Oh, this is above the fancy room. How fancy. I wonder if a boy like you will do. It's difficult to tell. Yes, difficult. You see, my one and only daughter, Mila, was taken away from me to a frightening place called the Forsaken Fortress. I have asked many to rescue her, but it seems to be a difficult voyage to that cursed place. Oh, to see my sweet Mila again, my precious little daughter. I worry so over her welfare. I can't recall the last time I slept more than a wink. I sincerely wonder about the wisdom of asking a boy like you to do this. But would you lend a hand to help rescue my precious daughter? You are a brave boy to take on this task, I assure you. If you do rescue her, I will pay you as much money as it takes. I'd give you the entire fortune for her safety. Okay, great. So, we've established a vague cash reward for our trouble. Good to know. Oh, we've also got a door that we can go through there. But let's go up this ladder first. Oh, not much up here. Just a person. Yep, to sailors like us, the wind's our whole life. It'd be sure nice if a fair wind blew today. Ah, and that's going to lead us down there. Okay. So if we go through that door, where is this door going to take us? Oh, it takes us to here. But this isn't really much of anything. Okay, so that is the whole village. So we need to go and find a gang leader, a local ruffian, a little ragamuffin, and bring those boys to task. Where do you think they're going to be? Doesn't look like they're hanging... Oh no, there they are. Oh, there he is. Oi, you. Yo, bud, you looking for a picto box or something? Yeah, thought so. There ain't nothing in this town that we killer bees don't know. Boss, I heard about this from my dad. A while back, this thief stole a picto box and he was held in the town jail for a long, long time. Yeah, real long. That thief managed to get free after a while, but the box he stole was never found. Maybe it's still hidden somewhere in the jail cell, don't you think? Give me a break. How stupid would that be? Real stupid. That's how stupid. Okay, but also... Okay. I was hoping to get you guys to the thing. So, well, where's the jail? Because genuinely, that's a thing that we've not really seen. Oh, here's a path we've not been down. There's someone looking at the water here. You look like a curious boy. Do you know there's an island a little to the east of here called Dragon Roost Island? Folks say the island is the home of a tribe of people who dance in the skies like birds on the wind. They call themselves the Rito, and they say a sky spirit lives nearby. But to someone like me, a person who's never left this little island, it may as well be the fairy tale out of a children's book. Oh, if only I had my own boat. Okay. But yeah, genuinely, where would the town jail even be? Am I just like doing a bit of a failure to explore? I'm doing a bit of a failure to get past that post, to be honest. Like, I don't see any police or anything. So, who can say, right? Okay. No, don't need to talk to you again. What we're going to do... Oh, I'll tell you what, though. Is that building a lot bigger than it needs to be? What's around the back of this building? I'll take a rupee, for sure. Ah. Too far. Got to use that sidle strategy. Come on. There we go. We can climb these vines. Okay. Ooh, sneaky entrance. What are we going to get in here? I'll do my best not to accidentally jump off here. Okay, not much to be said. It's just, how'd you sneak in here, you little rat? Beat it! Scram! It's alright, we're just doing some petty theft. Petty theft from the local shop. Right, I'm not... Oh! There's someone standing over there by a monument. Ah, we've not actually been up this path, have we? No, don't at me. Don't at me, bro. Tell you what, you've got a bit of a walk about you as well. Oh, no, that's not it. That's just not it. And the problem is, even though that's not it, this isn't it either. Oh, pardon me, guy. I was so fully and wholly absorbed in my dancing, I didn't even notice little old you standing there. I am Tot. I love dancing more than I love 3 meals a day. You will come to know me as the world's charismatic dancer extraordinaire. Really, guy? 1, 2, 1, 2. Say, guy, you know that I was just reminded of long ago? I met this delightful little guy who performed the most dazzling magical dance. A dance that turned night into day right before my eyes. I can remember those fabulous dance moves, but I can't seem to get the intricate rhythm down. Do you think you know the rhythm? Okay, cool. So that's something for later. Aha! Here's a door that we've not been in. It's a jail. I'm pretty sure you're in Majora's Mask, aren't you? I see the same green clothes and the same green hat. By the look of you, I'd say... Sir, could you by chance be a fairy? Goodness! Did you feel my telepathy? That's why you saved me, isn't it? Isn't it? Do not worry, Tingle knows without you telling him, sir. Yes, sir. Tingle is my name. I have been looking for you and your kind, for I too long to be one of the fairy folk. And yet I was mistaken, for some kind of troublemaker has put me into this dreadful sort of place. How disrespectful. Please, Mr. Fairy, rescue poor Tingle from this place and take him to where you and your kind live in splendor. Well, we can't open the door. Aha! Cunning. Puzzle solved.
Yay!
Hooray! Thank you so very much. Here is Tingle's heartfelt gift of thanks. Tingle, tingle, Kaloo, Limpa. Become an item. He gave you the Tingle Tuner. If you get stuck or need a quick hint, connect a Game Boy Advance to your Nintendo GameCube to talk to Tingle. Oh man, do you know what? I do literally have my old Game Boy Advance here. We could do that. I don't know if I have the correct connecting cable though, to be honest. We're going to put that in the maybe pile for the playthrough. That would be pretty sick, though. That would be pretty sick. Okay. After connecting the Game Boy Advance to controller sockets 2, 3, or 4, set the Tingle Tuner to Y, Z, or X to call Tingle. Now, no matter how far we travel from this dingy cell, our souls will be as one. Splendid! Tingle is going to get ready to go to the realm of the fairies, so you just wait here, okay, sir? Ah, I was forgetting something important. Mr. Fairy, you want to come to my island, don't you? Don't you? You got Tingle's chart. What kind of chart could it be? Head out to sea, then press up and check your charts to find out. When you go out to sea, open it if you ever need any help with your charts. Just leave it to Tingle. Don't ever forget it. If you ever need help with charts, don't forget it. Hey, that's great. We met a new friend. Okay. Can we bust that? There we go. Where's the picture box, though? Or maybe it's hidden. Maybe it's hidden in here. Maybe this isn't the escape. Oh. Should we go? No. Keep heading to the right. Good gamers always go right. That's what you told me, wasn't it? Well, I tell you what, this is a little bit of an involved maze, isn't it? No. Oh, shoot. And as soon as you make a wrong turn, you're just out of there. Oh, and it's going to dump you right the way back here. Oh, that look in your eye. So you found yourself a sail, have you? Very well. Then I shall teach you the art of sailing. Come next to my hull and press A to climb aboard. Set the sail you've got to Y, Z, or X and press that sail button to hoist it. The sail will catch the wind, which will push the boat forward. The arrow that appears behind me indicates the wind direction. Use analog to steer. If you wish to move quickly, you should keep the wind blowing directly into the sail. You can always press A to put away the sail. Try it when you want to adjust your speed. Do you understand all that? One more thing, when you're out at sea with few landmarks to go by, you'll be at the mercy of your sea chart. I have marked the place we should currently be heading for on your sea chart. If you get lost at sea, simply press up to open the chart and confirm your position. Now a westerly wind blows. Hop in and let us carry us to the east. Oh, so a westerly wind is a wind that comes from the west, is it? That's a weird way round of expressing that. But first, I want to go and get the picture box. Oh, of course, sorry, no, crouch, not A. Right, let's try the left this time. Ah, you can see the wood. You can see the wood, so you know which way not to go. Let's keep going forward. Yep, yep, yep. I see your game, little mouse. Now we've got ourselves turned around. See, I was wondering if there was a room, like, in the middle of all of these paths, right? But I don't think there is. No, we're going to continue straight on, please. Aha! Wow, a lot of people died in here, clearly. Damn. We got the picture box. Excellent. Now we must immediately go to the gentleman who is expecting us to deliver it back to him. We should also be able to go to the gang again, I suppose. But anyway, yes, you can kick us out of here now, little mouse. Okay. Now, I know we said we wouldn't dilly-dally, that we'd get the sail and then move on, but sorry, boat, we're not doing that. We are, in fact, doing something else entirely. So, we've got that path there. I think that path just takes us to the top of the town a little bit. Oh, no! That's not a place that we can go. Ignore me, ignore me. We're just doing our thing. Yeah, I don't think there's more to be seen up there. But if we do go this way, I think this takes us to the top of town faster. Here we go. So, where is our picture box friend? Why, young sir, I must say you seem to be in possession of a very fine picture box there. Are you a lover of pictographs as well? There can be no villains amongst the ranks of picture box lovers. Take your time, look around. I implore you. Oh, excellent. Oh, it's a little gallery. Ho, 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 aren't these some finely snapped pictographs? You must admit it. But come now, you needn't be so surprised, my young sir. It is a hobby of mine to sneak up behind people when they least expect it. It is quite an amusing diversion, think nothing of it. By the way, the pictographs you will see decorating these fine walls have all been taken by none other than myself. They are my pride and joy. You see, in my younger days, I was tireless, sailing far and wide across the great sea, snapping pictographs wherever I went. Have a look at them, young sir. This is a pretty nice pictograph. This one is a tiny rock islet, resting far out of the sea southeast of here. Isn't it nice? A very dignified butler standing behind the door, before the door, and I snapped this photo without even thinking. That aside, I am certain this is someone's private cabana. Oh, so we've got some chests in there, and another door out the back. Interesting. And we also have what appears to clearly be a corridor that we can crawl out of once we get in there. Very interesting. So that door would be on the left-hand side of this building. Yes? sort of... yeah, we need to get up there, do we? Ah, we're going to get up there by getting the windmill back on. Okay, cool. Yeah, yo, bud, you got a problem with us killer bees, do ya? Don't tell me that's annoying hag of a teacher again, is it? You came here to give us a talking to because Miss Marie asked you to, right? Tell us not to skip school, right, bud? Tell us not to be tardy, right, bud? Well, forget about all of that. We're mighty and invincible gang of 4, the killer bees. You think we'd listen to a chump like you? But I tell you what, if you want to challenge us to a competition, then we'll think about maybe listening a little bit. What do you say? You want to challenge us? What's the challenge? Okay, your funeral, bud. The rules are simple. We're going to go hide somewhere, and if you find us, we're going to run. You've got to try and catch us. Easy as that. We won't hide indoors or nothing, and we won't leave this island. So look for us around in the shadows and behind buildings and stuff. If you can catch all 4 of us, we lose. You got it? Ready? Go bees! Alright, well, we'll run after that guy straight away. Where did he go, huh? Ah, no! I want you to drop down gently, gracefully, like a feather. Well, I can see you, sir. I'm just gonna... Oh no, don't talk to me. There we go. Okay, after him. Yar, you got me. No way. Right, okay, there's 3 more to find. The thing is, we don't know the direction the other guys all ran off to. But we know they're not going indoors. So there's no nonsense. Give me my rupee! Ah, the rupee got stuck inside the character model. Fine. No one there. The one we chased after first, ironically, is kind of probably in the spot that's easiest to find, isn't it? I'm assuming the others are not going to be up trees. Round the back of this building seems like a perfectly reasonable place they'd try and hide, though. Yeah, there we go. Okay. After him, Link! After him! Got him! Lame! Right, 2 more. Yeah, they're definitely going for the sort of slightly obscure spots, isn't it? I mean, they are trying to hide after all, right? Okay, we've already seen you. To be fair, we've not actually been down to where the to where our boat is. No, doesn't look like anyone's in here. Fine. Don't mind me, boat. Still looking for that sail. Man, that old man is like so annoyingly placed, isn't he? Do you reckon we can ask anyone if they've seen them? Do me a favour, beat it! What a jerk! How did he manage that right under my nose? Well, I guess he is an alright guy. Wonder what the story is there. She is so saucy, isn't she? I can't believe she's a school teacher. Rumour has it she has mountains of tacky pendants and earrings. It's as if she loves nothing more in the world than jewellery. Now just what are you doing? Are you listening to us, you scamp? You listen, young man, I haven't seen you around, so I guess you're new to Windfall, so you know it's bad to eavesdrop on conversations meant only for adult ears. We're discussing very important topics that kids just wouldn't understand. You're far too young to be listening to us, young man, so shoo! Okay, now we've been that way. My dear fellow, I can't have you trying to come this way. No, no, no. Go over there. Okay, they're not here. Man. So, they're not going to go into buildings. Man, these kids are really good hiders. So we've been out that way. Ah, found one. Wow. YOLO! Yep. Get her, Link. Get him. Oh, I can't believe that didn't count. Got ya. You're awesome. Okay, one more to find. Maybe up these stairs here? There's not many places to hide when you're up here, though. I suppose, except maybe behind these pillars or whatnot, but no. Come on, one more person. One more person. And you got to get quite close to them for it to trigger the reaction, right? Because we were, what, behind this bush, wasn't it? They were. Yeah, I've been along this building before. Oh dear, oh dear. Any hints in the chat? Where should we be looking? What have we missed so far? I'm surprised there wasn't one of them hanging out here with this guy. Oh, I tell you what though. Behind the gravestone. Ha! Got ya! That's a good hiding spot, to be fair. Okay, here we go. Nearly got him. This area is a little bit too open. I need a place where he's kind of got to turn around on himself. Ah, but not like that. Got him. Yeah, you got me. Ah, I can't believe it. You found all four of us and you caught us all too. Talk about utter defeat. Looks like we lost our touch, killer bees. Guess maybe it's time we chilled out. From now on, we won't cause no more trouble for anyone. And to reward your hide and seeking skills, here, take this, bud. Hey, we got a piece of heart. Excellent. So this is our favourite possession, but you've proven that you're worthy. To our bud, the hide and seek master. We need you to apologise for Miss Marie for us, alright? We're counting on you, bud. Excellent. For a piece of heart, that was totally worth it. What can I do for you on this fine day? You did it, didn't you? You said something to those delinquents for me, didn't you, dear? You can't fool me. I watched it all from the shadow of my door. You really are a dear. You fill me with joy. I have to reward you, so here is a little spare change. 50 rupees? That's great. One more thing. Don't tell anybody, dear. Hey, sounds like you apologised to the teach for us. Good old Mrs. Marie. And speaking of Bud, did you know it's going to be Mrs. Marie's birthday soon? Boss, oh boss, you think maybe we should give her some kind of present or something? Don't be stupid, we're the killer bees. We ain't no teacher's pets. Yeah, but Teach loves jewellery and junk more than anything else in the world. What's she into these days? What do you call them? Joy pendants? Really, where do you find them? They're just lying around? If we could just find some, we could give them to Teach as a present and she'd be all happy. Hey, now that I think about it, when I was climbing trees the other day, I saw some sparkly light on top of some tree in town. Where was that? Maybe that's one of them pendants. What do you think, boss? Nah, that's crazy talk. Alright. Now, I don't think we have the ability to climb trees just yet, do we? I don't know, maybe. Oh no, don't talk to us. Ah! Gotta go. here we are. Well, my friends, that is going to be all we have time for in today's stream. What great fun. I said it much earlier in the episode, but Nintendo really are just perfect at hitting that kind of joyful vibe, right? And this game, it is an absolute vibe. We're going to be playing this on the weekends for quite some time if you're watching on YouTube in the future. So do hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed this episode 1. We're going to be starting episode 2 by setting sail with our magic boat. So if you are watching on YouTube in the future, thank you very much for watching this. I hope you have a nice rest of your day and a great rest of your week. Bye for now. For those of us who are still on Twitch, thank you